What up? Welcome to another edition of Lives. Take some of that. Definitely need some of that. Some of this eclipse energy off. Eclipse season. It's not here to play with anybody. Alright, eclipse season is not here to play with nobody. So we gotta tap in and see what does the collective need to release for eclipse seasons because that's what it's about. Eclipses come in, they turn things upside down for our grace and highest good, of course. And then they're like, all right, see you later on in the year for another round. Gotta love it because, it definitely shakes shit up in the way that it needs to be shaken up. What up, Brianna? Welcome. Here, take some. Oh, wait, need some more some ash around here. So we're tapping in. Thank you. Yes, please. We're tapping in to see what do y'all need to release for this eclipse season, and I'm doing it a little different. As you can see. There's some red here. This is celebrate for the lunar new year. Red is about abundance, so hopefully this is a reading to let y'all know what you need to do to bring in that extra spark of abundance for the rest of 26. Bring it in fast. Quick, fast. Let's go. All right. Take some of that, y'all. Let's go. Let's smudge. Let me get this third eye in. I love this smell. All right. How's everybody feeling? Happy Thursday. It was a hectic day. And it's like, oh, gotta leave work to go to my other job, which is this. My job for the universe. I'm on God's payroll right now. Welcome, El Nino. All right, so we're tapping in to see what does the collective need to release for eclipse season. What is going on? A lot of towers shaking. A lot of towers are falling. Ooh, Eight of Pentacles. So I need to give up that extra socialite life. I just heard somebody loves the happy hours and is draining the bank account. Three of Cups is very sad. Who's always picking up the tab, or who's always trying to flex? Four of Pentacles. Who is always trying to flex on them? Page of Pentacles to the King of Swords to the Four of Pentacles. Oof. All right, so collective. Let's talk about this because when it comes to money moves, gotta be smart. To bring in the abundance, you have to make wiser decisions. All right, because some of y'all breaking that wishbone in the wrong direction. Okay, when trying to make these money moves, like those get rich quick schemes, or whoever's trying to manifest a lot of win. All right, you gotta Knight of Cups to the Seven of Pentacles to the Sun. It's gonna take a little bit more than that. All right, you gotta be patient because this season there's a lot of blockages that the collective needs to clear out first before the sun can start a shining. Okay. Big mama energy. With the Two of Cups and the World showing up on the underside and at the cut. Listen, some of y'all relationships are draining you. But hey, it's grown stuff business. All right, so Brianna, did you want to know what you need to release? Let's see here. My little black moonstone. Who's a crystal lover like me? This is my black moonstone that I keep in my palm. So yes, sir. All right, all right, all right. So we're gonna tap in. All right. So for the collective though, because it's like money comes in, but it's like it comes out just as fast. All right. So we need to slow down. We need to budget. We need to take stock. This is like I'm getting tax man energy from this King of Swords. It's like when the tax man comes a knocking, are you gonna be in a good position? Because this is saying, ooh, this is saying, I don't know about that. Some of the collective is gonna be like, uh-oh, which account I need to borrow against to to pay this. Listen, we've all done it before. It's okay. But in the year of the horse, how you do things, how you spend, how you budget is going to either set you up for big wins or big falls. All right, so gotta spend wisely. Gotta spend wisely, peoples. Somebody asked me the other day, like, what do you spend your money on? Because I don't really do much. I'm like, food and vacations. That is. And of course, I got my bills, but you know, I love my snacks. I have a snack fund, so I have to make sure that that is definitely replenished on the regular. All right, so we're tapping in for Beyond. Please and thank you, sir. What does Granite need to release for this eclipse season? I don't know. I'm liking this red. I might have to stick with the red. I mean, it is like the background for my cover picture, but I was like, I like the purple. I don't know what y'all think. Who's somebody else feeling the red? All right, what does Brianna need to release, please and thank you? Oh, it's hard. Mm. Oh, that page of pentacles coming up for you. Damn. All right, so we're starting off with these two energies, the Eight of Cups and the Moon here. All right, so straight away, I got, well, when I was shuffling, I heard high expectations. All right, so releasing the expectation like that you put on emotional situations. All right, Eight of Cups here and the moon, because the moon lends to kind of like that hidden aspect or that aspect that of yourself that you keep hidden from other people. It's like you have this, you know, you have high standards, so you have high expectations of people, but they don't meet that, you know. A lot of people tend to fall short of our own personal expectations, right? Because we can't really put that on other people, but we try sometimes. All right, Ace of Wands showing up here. All right, yeah, that That Ace of Wands symbolizes like that, that reactive, like reactive. This is feeling like a reactiveness that you have to being either disappointed or, when your expectations aren't met. But don't react. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse here. All right. We can't be reactive. We have to kind of like take a step back and be more introspective. All right. That Page of Pentacles again. Releasing that need to feel like you have to be in the mix all the time or you're missing out on something. This feels like the energy of feeling like you're missing out on something. You're not. High Priestess here. It's like you're not, because when you when you've been to places before, you get there and it's like, why am I here? Or, like it doesn't match up what you wanted to be in the first place. So, trying to be everywhere all at once, or thinking you have to be everywhere or in the mix or in the know. It's overrated. It's overrated. Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups on the other side and at the cut here. All right. Give more of that to yourself. Give that attention to yourself. The energy that you want externally, focus that internally. All right. Need more of these moments. See that Seven of Cups where it's like this is a bath time scenario, self-care mode. Um, sit into your daydreams with the High Priestess. It's really all about taking care of yourself and really focusing inward, because we end off with the High Priestess. So that's going inward. That's not so much, focusing on external energies, because with the Eight of Cups being the first thing out, it's like, things feel like a disappointment a lot of times, or they end up feeling like a disappointment. So, not to put that expectation and just kind of like, just go with it. Just let things flow more, let things, be. Because, the lack of control that you're feeling is because you're putting too much emphasis on external energies. Let's get a Moon Omens. Welcome, I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher. I haven't butchered people's names in a while, so maybe it's like about time. All right, let's get a Moon Omens message for Brianna, please and thank you. What's in the follow up of releasing for this eclipse season? Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. There's a bigger picture here. There is a bigger picture and time to take action. New moon in Aries. Yeah, this is taking action, more action for yourself, because it feels like you were more readily available for, again, those external energies. Not showing up as much for yourself. No more of that. Eclipse season says that must go. No more. Prosperity lies ahead though. New moon in Taurus. I like it. Taurus season feels like once you're able to focus, because Tauruses love them some self-care. Okay. So harness some Taurus energy right now. When it comes to taking care of yourself, really like being stubborn about it. All right. You got to be to the point where you're stubborn about your self care time and the time that you spend on yourself and the energy that you spend on yourself. And being able to say, no, I'm not feeling that right now. No, that doesn't, I don't think so. No should be your favorite word for this eclipse season. Anything else? Surrender. This is full moon energy. All right. So what I was saying with was for Taurus season. By Taurus season, you should feel like some prosperity coming in. All right. You should feel like some luck and abundance around Taurus season, provided you can release what I just went over. All right. So yes, surrender. Emotions are running high. Yeah, with that Eight of Cups at the first draw, and this is super moon. I think we have a few. I can't remember the dates, but we have a few super moons on the calendar. Those are fun. Those are usually fun. So Brianna, let's get an angel number for confirmation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the red for at least this week. At least the rest of the week until next week. Or maybe for eclipse season. I don't know. See angel number for Brianna's message. 666 reflection. Yep. When you allow time for reflection, you allow yourself to see where inner shifts are needed. It is time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me or is it time for me to release this? Reflect, refocus, readjust. Your affirmation is, as I refocus on what serves my highest good, I feel myself shift into my highest self. Yes. Reflection inward. What I say? I love when the cards, they're just like, yep, we got you. Don't worry. Inner focus, reflect, and reset. All right. Got to release the need to worry about what's going on over there. Worry about what's going on in here. And that is your message. Get more. Oh, High Priest is showing up again. They're like, that was that's actually pretty clear. Oh yeah, you need Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups showing up again. You need some internal dialogue as well. Be careful how you talk to yourself. If you're not telling yourself, you know, the best things, don't expect others to. You have to start first inward and then it reflects outward. You're welcome. Thank you for confirming. Yeah, this is a lot of I mean, don't take it literally. She's like up in the basement spending time for herself. Candle work for you. Candle work, like if you do like baths or if you have access to like baths, do like an Epsom salt bath or sea salt bath with some candles for the eclipse season and just like meditate and visualize as far as what you need to release and ask your guides for help in that. That's what they're there for. Call on assistance. Be like, yo, I'm having a hard time releasing this, that, whatever, whatever. Help. Help. I be putting out 911s to my to my spirit team. I'll be like, help. They come riding in like the A-team. Dun, 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 dun. Some spirit animal messages. I haven't used this deck in a couple of days. Let's see. It was Spirit Guide Sunday. Happiness is showing up. Sea otter for happiness. Oh no, I'm just doing a collective now. This is just, whatever comes out as far as messages. A lot of the collective needs to focus on their own personal happiness, like because there's a lot of misery in the world right now, right? And that is again a concerted effort. I'm going to. That's a hill I am going to All right, that's the hill I'm willing to die on. They want you at a low frequency right now. All right, so you have to be just intentional and making sure that you do have things that you can turn to and focus on to bring a source of happiness and a source of joy. Because if you leave it to this society, please, every time you turn on the news or, social media, the madness out there. I have a very finely curated algorithm for shenanigans and spiritual content. Everything else is denied. I want to see nothing else. Nothing else is bigger than the divine program that's going on right now. Oh, dog friends. All right, some of you are big animal or dog people, whereas if you have a pet, that's like your source of joy, and that's your source of, like, I just heard entertainment. Intuitive showing up. Turn to man's best friends, which actually should be, man, right? Man's best friend should be man, but no, it's dog apparently. It's his dog. What else? What other spirit animal messages? Oh, we got a couple of whales here. Orca whale for adventure and humpback whale singer. Okay, who got a song in their heart they need to sing? I just randomly, actually, earlier today, I just randomly started singing to myself, and I can't even remember what song, but I was like, where did that come from? So, like, the random, solo concerts, like, if anybody else is into that, like, definitely sound is healing. Even if you're not a good singer, it doesn't matter. Like, hearing your own voice and hearing the frequency and allowing, like, your tones and your throat chakra to just ring out, like, that is a very, like, not enough people discuss, like, how healing that is. Like, just hearing, like, a really good tone. If anybody listens to, like, sound bath music or hertz music on YouTube, they have some really good options. So definitely tap into healing sounds and vibrations, because both the orca, like whales in general, and dolphins, they emit a very healing frequency, right? Their song, every time you hear or listen to, that's it. Go look up like a whale video, listen, search for whale singing, and you listen to those, like, put some headphones on. It just feels so powerful. And as I say that, grizzly bear for power. I am indestructible. I'm sorry. I am indestructible. Why can't I talk? I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Yeah. This is like the time to tap in to personal power, because it's definitely available for us to tap into. White stack protector. Yeah, this is from my old souls, because this is definitely an old soul type of vibe and protector energy. Like, whoever, and like being on top of the grizzly bear. Like, if you are in the energy of, like, always feeling like, you are on guard, or always feeling like on the defense, like, breathe out, like, relax. Somebody needs to relax their shoulders and, like, not hold in your breath. All right. There's a method of breathing that helps to, like, almost instantly relax. It's like you breathe in for 3 counts and release for 5. And it, like kind of instantly, you have to do it a few times, but it instantly like calms your body because we don't realize how much tension we're holding and when we're holding in our breath. Okay, so it's very important that you're doing like proper breath work, that you are giving your brain oxygen, giving your lungs proper oxygen, because the air that we are breathing outside is getting, the quality is getting lower and lower. All right, so take moments to observe your breath and make sure that you are bringing in enough oxygen. Let's get some more collective messages. Oh, it's so quiet in there. I don't know, like, what's going on with YouTube the last few days? Like, they had like an outage. YouTube had an outage. I think it was it Sunday? I had a hard time getting on initially. And then since then, it's been like traffic has been low. So I gotta switch things up a little bit. Gotta try some things here. Let's get another collective message. See what does the collective need to release for eclipse season? What's up? What is happening? What is the vibe? So earlier we saw that budgeting and restricting from unnecessary social spending, because those nights out they add up. Oh my gosh, I've been there, done that. Trust and believe. Those nights where you go out and you're like, oh, I'm only gonna spend like X amount of dollars. Next thing you know, like half of your paycheck is like, where to go? What does the collective need to release? Oop, judgment. as I say as I say that, where to go? My gosh, look at my account. My balance is just horrible. Strength in reverse. Well, mostly reverse. It was kind of on its side. So yeah. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles. So there is hope, people. And there's always way. Here's the thing, but let them tell it. Let them tell it. The Knight of Wands energy. Let the society, like those in power, tell it. And money is scarce. Money is not readily available. There is, don't listen to them, because Knight of Pentacles, there's always a way to earn extra money. Okay, there's always a way to increase abundance. You just have to be willing to look for it. You just have to be willing to tap in. All right, and be non-complicit, not complacent about it. That's right, Chariot energy. Get up and get moving and go. There's a wealth of information out there. I'm still like kind of on the fence with AI, but there's ways to make money in your sleep. Queen of Wands. All right. There's ways to make money, and you don't even have to like do that much, right? Tower to the Wheel of Fortune. But again, the universe would ask you, like, are you willing to do what it takes to make those moves, or to, I should say, follow in what your intuition is saying as far as what the plan is, right? Because a lot of us are not meant to be, I should say, with the collective of chosen, the higher purpose beings. You're not supposed to be out there, working yourself to death. No, no, no. That is an old mentality, right? The older generation has it, they had to work hard. They had to do a lot of manual labor to build what we have now. So now it's a lot easier. Six of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Yeah, getting out of that mentality where, you think that everything needs to be work hard, work hard, work hard. No, it's about working smarter. not harder. And that takes a different mentality from where, we came from. A lot of our elders are still trying to influence the younger generation with that same rhetoric. You gotta work hard. You gotta put in 40 plus years. No, you don't. No, you don't. You just gotta be smart about it. You gotta, learn the right skills, build up the right skills, and apply them. Another night, we got 3 nights on board: Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and now the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's about building, because knights not only are about, like, taking that stepping stage into becoming the king, right? It's about building, that building phase where you put in, X amount of hours of hard work so that you can just chill. King of Cups. I don't know about y'all. This is how I want to live. Queen of Wands energy. Like, come on, sit there and chill. I think I'm destined for beach bum life. Like, I want to retire on a beach somewhere. And the star says, "Wish granted." Yes, we have the star, which is the grandchildren just coming out of Aquarius season. All right, I think did we hit Pisces season yet officially? Wait a minute. Let me see some. Did we hit Pisces? Yes. Today. Today is Pisces season. Look at me. I'm all behind. I used to be like more up on astrology. But now it's like, because there's so many different calendars, because there's so many different systems, like astrology still, hits. It still has still has a good reputation for a reason as far as being valid. But it's not just about signs, it's about energy. And at any time, we can, invoke and embrace other signs' energies. The Knight of Swords again. So, listen, for this eclipse season, a lot of y'all need to get moving on this, because we have the Knight of Swords and the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. These are some fast moving energies. And Queen of Wands. Y'all need to make a decision. Judgment was the first card out. Need to make a decision. Need to hop on that decision train. Because somebody's dragging their feet. With Strength in reverse here, somebody's dragging their feet. And I understand, like, this is a time. Eclipse seasons are exhausting. They drain your energy. It's kind of hard to, like, feel replenished on the regular when it comes to eclipse season. So make sure you're getting your rest up. All right. Y'all workaholics. Y'all gotta, figure it out. Take some time. Some time to the side for rest, because I'm telling you, as I say that, the Hermit. Yeah, because eclipse season don't play. It will drain the shit out of you if you let it. Okay, so make sure you're taking your time out for rest. Please and thank you. Some of y'all are still on devil time though. This devil energy. Ms. Robinson. There's a lot of majors here. So yeah. Collective. Please don't choose a double. Please don't choose a double energy. This is what y'all need to release, okay? Who needs to release this double energy? Who needs to release toxic habits, addictions? Playing in your own face, I just heard for somebody. Playing in, okay, no, it's both sides. Playing in other people's faces and in your own face with loneliness showing up on the bottom here. Somebody, like, if you're in an energy where you feel lonely, it's because you play too much. You play too much. I've been getting some collectives, like when I've done lives on other platforms, like people are getting put in spiritual timeout because if you don't figure this balance thing out, the universe will put you in timeout to be like, all right, you don't want to figure it out, we'll help you. The universe is ready and willing to help. Happiness showing up again in a different deck. All right, so a lot of the collective need to focus on your personal happiness, what brings you joy, what brings you fulfillment. Okay, because at the end of the day, if you're not focused on your personal fulfillment, if you're focusing too much of your energy externally, you're doing yourself a disservice. Right? Who cares about what's going on in the world right now? It's like if you can't directly influence what's happening, your best bet is to just observe, of course, be aware. It's always good to be aware of what's going on, but to get emotionally absorbed in everything that's going on, you're going to burn yourself out and keep yourself burned out. So, can't can't pay attention or be so absorbed into everything else in the external world. Like, yeah, we need to see the bigger picture. We need to recognize what's happening, but it is not on us. It is not our responsibility to take those weights on our shoulders as our own. All right, so sit back, have some gratitude, focus on personal happiness. Courage showing up here. Yeah, because this strength in reverse is like, somebody's scared. Somebody's scared to take a chance on themselves. Somebody's scared to evolve. Listen, if it's a choice between staying the same and evolving, I choose evolution every single time. Okay, every single time. Because that's what part of what we're here for, to learn. That's part of the journey. Change is the most constant thing in life, yet so many people are running from it. Like it is the boogeyman, like it's Freddy, like it is Jason. No, 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 no. It is not a scary movie. Change is not a scary movie, okay? It is a necessary part of life. Judgment. Necessary. So quiet in the chat, but you know what? That just means I get to be more introspective. It makes the messages louder, actually, when there's not as much energy. Like I have I'm caught up because I want the channel to grow. I really do. But at the same time, I'm like, am I really gonna be able to like handle it if I got really big? I think so, but I like it now. To be honest. Understanding showing up here. Yeah, I understand growth is needed. It is needed. High Priestess of Air. Ooh, Someone's intellect, like the air energy that I'm feeling right now, that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Mental power boost. Like this understanding on the other side, but I feel like this is under the other side of eclipse season. Like new understanding and perspectives will be made available to you after the releases. I just heard plural for some people, releases, honesty showing up here. Once you, or if you, ooh, I just heard if, because not everybody's going to choose the higher path. Not everyone's going to choose it. But to those that are, once I say that, denial. Yeah, some of my collective is in denial that changes even need to be had. But the divine is here to say yes. Year of the horse. That means movement. That means change. That means initiative. All right. So some of the collective is not ready to take that initiative and change. Some of the collective is not, like, you're scared to take that next step forward. You're questioning if the path that you're on is even the right one. Well, how does it feel? You have to, check in with yourself as far as like your movements. Because if it feels like there's something missing, that's usually the first indicator that changes need to be made. Oath. 43 and 49, yeah. Oath says to keep those promises to yourself, and of course you're not going to be able to 100% because there's a balance to everything, right? So not all the time are you going to be able to keep the promises that you made to yourself, but you can definitely put your best foot forward to do so. Because there are some people that don't even try. Some people don't even try. They give up before they start. Don't be that person. Oh. Differences. Someone is thinking, this differences tells me someone is thinking in a very black and white kind of mind frame. All right, you got to release that. All right, because when you mix these two together, there are shades of gray. And it's to say that certain things can be black and white. Warrior showing up here. It's kind of like very similar to oath energy. Certain things can be black and white, if somebody's for you or not, somebody's loyal or not. There's no in between there. You either are or you're not. So, there are certain things where it's either this or that, but that definitely does not apply to everything. It can't apply to everything. So, success. Yeah, once you recommit, because somebody needs to recommit, and the promises that you made to yourself that you did not get to complete, it's okay. The universe is like, you get another shot now. You understand that the previous season, delays were what they were. They were for a purpose, and now it is go time. Now it is time for you to find your success. Reminder showing up here. Don't forget. I don't know if you can see this in the middle. It says, don't forget. Don't forget about what makes you happy, what your path to success is, because it's not going to look like everybody else's. Because this difference is showing me that somebody is comparing themselves to somebody else. Looking at, somebody else's yard and like, damn, their lawn looks so much more manicured. Comparison is the thief of joy. No more comparisons. No more, looking over rigid showing up here. No more looking over into somebody else's yard, okay? And if anything, if you want to look at somebody for inspiration, that's great. You know, let somebody inspire you. Let somebody, give you motivation towards what is going to bring you fulfillment. But we can't, you know, we can't rely on other people's journeys. They're not our own. High Priestess of Spirit. Welcome, Amalia. Yeah, we can't look at the next person's journey as if it's our own. We are all on different paths right now. And while you may align with certain souls on part of those paths, along the way, wishing energy showing up here. You have to recognize who's in it for the season, who's supposed to, and as I say that, season cycles, who's in it for the season and who's in it for the moment, who's maybe there for the lifetime. All right, because there's definitely all different, all different versions, individuality. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. They want to tell you like, no, you have to compete with other people, or you feel a competitive nature towards other people. You see what they're doing and they're like, oh, I should be, further ahead than them. Like, no, you have your own path to take, and everybody's timeline is different. So focus on your own. Focus on your own. Do your own manifestations. Look for your own happiness, because you let the devil tell it, and the devil will try to convince you that someone else's happiness, what someone else has, you need to compete against. Message. Somebody needs to hear this. Like, no, that comparison is like really like robbing somebody of their happiness. And if it's from social media, if it's like, from what you see online, if you're seeing people with nice things and you're like, I don't have that, I should have that. Well, then make a plan. Go get it. If you really, really want it. Well, you're making it sound so easy. It's not that easy. No, it's not that easy. But are you willing to make the changes to be able to go get it? Because that's the first step. A lot of people are not willing to make those changes. A lot of people are not willing to switch up their lifestyles or sacrifice anything. It feels like high breeze of water. No, it hurts. It hurts. Honesty showing up again. It hurts. No, it's too hard. Oh man. Listening. Yeah, listen and learn, because this is for the collective that definitely needs to and it's to say that, yeah, sure, listen to these messages, hope you absorb it, hope it helps. But when you're done here, there's a wealth of information out there that you can tap into. YouTube University. This is literally one of the biggest platforms to learn so many things for free. All right. Somebody tap into your local library source. All right. There's books that you can read to get knowledge of what you want. Yeah, look at this. Somebody feels invisible. Somebody feels like, they're not not only are you not happy in what you're doing or the path that you're on, but you feel like you're alone. You feel like you're not understood. You feel like you're lost. This feels like a lost energy with this invisible here. And this looking glass, like, again, that comparison is the thief of joy. And you're not invisible, okay? Here to bring you a message of hope. All right, because you are not invisible. You are definitely not, um, you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. Your guides are with you 24/7. We basically have a team readily available to us. Well, let me say this. Not every single soul, but for most of my collective, for most of the people that these messages resonate with, your guides, your team, the Most High, they're ready to go to war for you. That's what your spirit guides and your team is there for. Your ancestors as well. Tap into your ancestral bloodlines, all right, and see what kind of influences you come from. Wishing again. Yeah, there's very similar energies here with this invisible and wishing. Somebody really needs to take some time off from the overstimulation of these screens. It's like, yeah, I would love, for you guys to join me on these reads regularly. But, when you need to take a break, take a break. Give your eyes, if anything, give your eyes a rest. I have to do that regularly as I say that forbidden. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of airplane mode and DND. All right, do not disturb mode. Some of y'all need to do that. Take a weekend if possible. Take, even if it's just 24 hours, divert your eyes from your screens and take some time to be either in nature or something that will revive you. Some of y'all need a spa day. I know I need one. I definitely need a spa day. Somebody needs a massage, some self-care, even if it's, things are tight, you need to do a in-home spa day. You can do that. There are ways, okay? Just as you find a way to do other things, you can sacrifice with denial here, High Priestess of Earth, you can sacrifice to be able to bring yourself more comfort and to treat yourself. Because, yeah, look at this. Y'all gotta treat yourselves nicer. Oh my gosh. Like, this energy that I'm getting is like, y'all don't treat yourselves nice enough. What's up with that? You don't love yourselves enough? You don't, appreciate yourselves? I'm getting some neglect here, some self-neglect. If somebody's in the energy of that, hoping, how does I say that? Trapped. Hoping for things to get better, when you need to take some action, letting go, showing up here, when you need to take some action and actually make things better for yourself with obedience. Some of y'all need some heavy discipline in your life. Okay, so for this eclipse season, for whoever resonates with this message, okay, that needs to incorporate more discipline, this eclipse season is asking you to take the initiative, to take the steps. Okay, you're not trapped. Whatever cycling, you're not trapped. Okay, because at a certain point, it's not about being trapped in a loop. It's about making the same decisions that are keeping you stuck. So you have to choose. You have to choose intentionally for a different outcome. Because people out here doing the same things, expecting different results, you're insane, right? That's a literal definition of insanity. Doing the same thing but expecting different results. No, 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 no. Discipline, please, and thank you. Your guides are, egging y'all on. This feels more so like so some of y'all guides like want to slap the shit out of you, but some of your guides are like more so gently nudging. It really depends on the person because some of you have been caught up in this like karmic loop for a while now, but some of y'all just, maybe had with fragment showing up here. Some of you just had maybe a hard season or a hard like few years that, knocked you off a little bit. And that's okay. It happens. You get knocked off the path, well, dust yourself off and get right back on it. Get right back on the proverbial horse because we are in the year of the horse. Individuality coming up again. All right, so yes, tapping into the collective that definitely needs to focus on themselves heavy. All right, this eclipse season is asking you again to go more within, reflect. Okay, there's a lot of internal work that needs to be done. Some of y'all need to do, and I was just about to say, some of y'all need to do that shadow work. Somebody's avoiding shadow work. Both showing up again. This is going to be something because I don't think that this is the first time you've heard it. Not everybody's familiar with the term shadow work, but I feel like the collective that needs to do it has heard of it at least once, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I need to do that." But it's like then you get distracted again, and you're like, "Oh, well, I'll do it later." Nope. Now is the time. Eclipse season is like, do it now. Do it right now. Focus. Do it now. Yeah, it's go time. That phrase keeps coming up. It is go time for the collective. And for, it's going to be different for everyone because everybody has their own individual paths and focuses and priorities. But so I say that reminder, don't forget about the thing that you promised yourself that you were going to do. Some of y'all, it involves the home. All right, we have belonging here, house of night. Some of y'all, it involves the home where you promise yourself you are going to organize, you are going to get your space together, that you are going to get rid of the excess. All right, that you were going to spend more time in your space getting it together. What happened? You're not doing it yet? Sphinx was good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Ooh, who's in this energy? I just come up to see. Ooh, ooh. Confidence and differences. Ooh. Somebody's trying to keep someone in a low confidence. Whichever collective is going to resonate with this, like your tribe is giving like they don't want you to feel as confident as you should, and especially with differences. Oh, deceit fell on the floor. Differences showing up here. Some of y'all would need to release some of your tribe or who you think. Who you think or who you thought was your tribe. Got to see energy running. All right, so just please be cautious, like, and don't ignore the signs because I just got that. There's been like hints and signs that people have given you that they're not on your team that you ignore or just like brush off as a joke or, oh, they're just playing. They're not. They're not playing. All right, so the next time that they make a shady comment, confront that. Ask him, what was that? What's that about? Why you said that? Now, to because everybody's gonna be different. To my non-confrontational, why is the lush showing up? To my non-confrontational people, like you don't have to say it in a way that is, but just say it as a curiosity thing. Like, what do you mean by that? Just curious. Like, what's that about? Some of y'all, this has to do with a partner that is not for you, because lush showing up here, and it landed on deceit. So for some, it has to do with like the people, like company you keep as far as like friends. For some, it will be your own partner that is being deceitful right now. Take it how it applies, but stop brushing it. Like, stop brushing the signs and, the little digs off as like, oh, they're just joking, they're just playing, they don't mean it. They mean it. They know what they do. Vision showing up here. This, when you see vision show up, that means somebody is very clear about their intentions. They know exactly what they're doing. Exactly. Don't let nobody play in your face. Collective, do not let anyone play in your face. Because if you let them, they will keep doing it. Okay? Mm-mm-mm. I might end, let me see. Yeah, it's pretty close tonight. So I might end it early so I can actually be on time for once to my other platform. Let me pull a couple of more cards from the angel deck. Angel messages. Shout out to anyone. If anyone watches this on the replay, I have no idea. All right, this is still a very still building over here. Still really trying to get this algorithm trained. Trying to figure out the right hashtags. I don't like social media. I don't like the whole thing, but they said you got to show up, you got to get back to work, you got to get back on the Most High's payroll. I was like, all right, fine. It was like, whatever. Angel messages for the collective, please, for this eclipse season release era. Because this is just this is just the first eclipse season. We got another one later this year. Romance and connection. All right, so yeah, definitely be aware. All right, collective. If there's any of y'all are holding on to partners that are not for your highest alignment, this eclipse season is going to be shaking things up. All right, if you notice any kind of like tension or just stupid arguments, I just heard petty arguments, like the pettiness, like starting arguments over nothing. This is a sign that eclipse season is trying to let you know. Now, this does not. If you're sitting here saying that's not me, I'm in a happy relationship, then it's not for you. It's not for you. I'm talking to those, and you're gonna know. Okay, you're gonna know if I'm talking to you. That's why we take what resonates and we leave the rest. Trust is definitely needed because for the collective that's not ready to let go of a connection because there is a lack of trust or there's a fear of being alone. This is not a fear that you should worry about because one, we are never alone to begin with. Trust and surrender. Yeah. it's gonna be hard for I don't, not all, but some, like, I want to say a good third of the collective that's not ready for the changes that they have to make. Well, your guides are asking you to do it. All right, release inner child healing. Connect back with that. I've been doing a lot of inner child work lately too. Like just being silly for no reason, having fun. Like, when's the last time y'all have been on a swing or a slide, or been in the park, or did something like got some ice cream or something that really resonated with your inner child? Like, do that. Connect back with your childhood in some form or fashion for this eclipse season. That's like spiritual homework for y'all over this. You have until the first week of March to connect. Clear, cancel, and release on the bottom here. So yeah, this is a time of releasing. This is a time of really resetting. Eclipse is like a reset period for a lot of people. Now, this is not for everybody because, again, different people, different journeys, different parts, different timelines, it's a lot going on. But for a good part of the collective, there is still a lot to release, because what's on the other side of that release? Miracles. Miracles and glow ups. Miracles and glow ups are on the other side of these releases. Okay. So I want to see, oh, look, clear, cancel, release appearing again. I want to see y'all like really like shine after this. Like at the end of 26, I would love to check in with my collective, and for the majority, if not all, but unrealistic to think of all, but it would be wonderful if all of the collective that I connect with can be like, yeah, I had a really great 26. I'm hoping that for all of y'all, but it's up to you. It is really up to you. It is up to all of us to take our initiative and our steps towards being the highest versions of ourselves. So let's do it together. Come on, let's go, guys. Let's do it. All right, so I'll be back on Sunday for spirit guide messages. All right, I hope everybody has a great start to the weekend. I'll be putting out energy check-ins tomorrow for the weekend ahead, so look out for that. And some more interactions, please. I love that somebody, like a couple of people, come in and check in and view, but interact a little bit. Say what's up. All right, but I'm sending love and the light for now, and I will see y'all on the next round.